and then let them relax, and they'll curl forward slightly on their own. Let it relax. Good. Hey, look at all these tall people. You should tuck your chin slightly and feel a cable attaching the top of your head to the ceiling so that your cervical vertebrae are open. And we're standing here with a relaxed stomach. That's your mantra, is relax your stomach, relax your stomach. It's like a golf swing, trying to remember all these things. Now, you all look pretty good. And the cool thing is you can do this anytime you stand. You're in line at the bank, you're in line at a triathlon, and everyone else is like this. Oh, I can't get comfortable. Oh, man, my legs are hurting. Stand. You'll be amazed at how long you can do this. If your knees are unlocked, your feet are pointing straight ahead, your tail is tucked, shoulders rolled back, pressed to the ground, relax your stomach, chin is slightly tucked. Now we're doing Qigong. You're doing a 2,500-year-old Kung Fu exercise, and nobody has to know it. It's pretty cool. And you can have this for the rest of your life, and practice this every time you stand. And it'll change the way that you recover. And the interesting thing is, once you start standing like this, your mind calms down. If I need to think straight, I don't think straight like this, like, oh, let me think. I go like this. Let me think. And guess what happens? My mind starts to clear up in the strangest of ways because my body's all of a sudden comfortable. So thank you very, very much for coming tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks to Tri-Sports. Thanks to the Tucson Triathlon Club. Hey, I built in my own standing ovation. That's awesome. You guys can have a seat and fire off some questions if you have anything you need to know. Yes, in the back, sir.
I really enjoy my cold smoothie with breakfast.
Yes, I do too.
Can I counter that with hot oatmeal and tea?
Hot tea. It's a great question, and I was hoping somebody would grab that bait. Yeah, if you like your cold smoothie in the morning, and smoothies are great because you can put all kinds of stuff in them. It's like instant meal. I'm all about that. Two things you can do. One, you can let it warm up. Let it sit on the counter for a little bit so it's not ice cold. Or you can use, if you're using soy milk or some sort of, as the base juice, use room temperature. Beg your pardon. You can chase it with hot tea. That's the best advice. And that's true of any cold food. If you got to have ice cream, you got to have your ice cream. I hear that all the time. I can't go to bed without my ice cream. You'd be amazed at how often I hear that. I say, okay, have your ice cream, but please drink some hot decaffeinated tea. Just heat it up. It's pretty simple. It's a good question. Who's next? PT, Paul Thomas.
Hey, can I see that you brought in some of your props that,
Yes. Swamp water.
Moxa.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. I was going to work that into the mic portion of the treatment, but he was getting a little tired, so we let him go. Moxa, really good question. I'll go over this quickly. Moxa is Chinese mugwort. It's as old as acupuncture, and it's used in hospitals in China more often than acupuncture. And it's pretty interesting because it smells like pot and sage. And anytime, I'm sure my neighbors think that's how I'm helping my patients feel better. I know it. Moxa adds qi to the body. It adds heat to the body. It's used on the acupuncture points as a tonification method. So if there's a deficiency, like in our friend Mike, this is a perfect application for Moxa. And as a matter of fact, on someone like him, I would be putting Moxa on his kidneys. We light it on fire. Whoops, there's a little ash there. Get it really hot. Get a cherry going just like a stogie, and then sit back and smoke it while he's hanging out. We get it really hot and get it close to the surface of the skin. Obviously not touching the skin. If you touch the skin, it will burn and it will blister and it will cause problems. So we don't want to touch the skin. But we get it close to the surface of the skin and it feels great. My favorite thing in Chinese medicine, if I could choose any Chinese medical treatment, is to have my kidneys moxa'd. The interesting thing about moxa on the kidneys is it recharges the adrenals. So I use it in endurance athletes who have blown themselves out. The guy Scott, for example, would be a perfect candidate to get some kidney moxa. I would probably send it home and tell him, have your girlfriend do it or something, like your wife or whatever. Moxa the kidneys. It will recharge points, and it's good for moving qi and blood. So we use it a lot, and you can learn more. I'm going to have within a week I'll have a video on my website instructing you how to do moxa at home.